What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's been coming out from the company itself, and answer the question everyone wants to know: when are they going to announce a reverse stock split? So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, Faraday is down 11.14%, so absolute bloodbath in the broader market. So today isn't just Faraday selling off, it is everyone. When it comes down to the volume though, so 31.28 million shares being traded, 108.55 is the average. Right now, you do see one transaction occurring on the secondary market. Surprisingly, it is a buy. You can tell that based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. And it was for roughly about $139,000. So again, that's kind of a positive thing. If you do correlate that with shorts, it might have been a short kind of returning. Right now, net, they are returning about 31,000 shares. 7.71% of the free float being shorted, works out to be 33.69 million shares overall being shorted. Utilization 61.78, and then short score is 63.39. So the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. When it comes to Faraday, there's been no official news. As you can kind of see, last news came out July 31st. There was this that came out early this morning, a 8K. And so in this 8K, it goes over the results, or at least discloses the results of their shareholder meeting yesterday. So in case you guys missed it, a lot of the key ones did pass, or actually, in fact, they all did pass. And as well, it goes over the transcripts of one of, I think it is 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗧's video. So there's been a lot of videos coming out from management over the last little bit. In my opinion, not really much to bring up. I think it's just more reconfirming what they plan on doing. So nothing, no new information. It's just, I think they're trying to settle and calm investors because they have a reverse stock split right around the corner and they need it to stay above obviously $1 at all costs. So when it comes down to it, a lot of people want to know, when is the actual reverse stock split going to kick off? So I'm going to also kind of diverge and go over one thing. I see a lot of misinformation, even on, I think, Reddit. I posted, or I commented on one thing. Someone said 10 days. Just so you guys are aware, and I've brought this up quite a lot, so I'm not going to do this again, but you can kind of see right here, staff discretion relating to the price-based requirements. Price-based requirements for a period in excess of 10 consecutive business days, but generally no more than 20 business days. So a company such as Faraday needs to continuously trade above $1 for anywhere from 10 to 20 consecutive business days, up to the staff's discretion. And once again, I've read through a lot of finite notes coming from the staff, and they determine risk levels when it comes down to a company. Faraday, I get a lot of you guys might really like Faraday for whatever reason. I'm not here to talk about that, but Faraday is relatively risky because NASDAQ, same with New York Stock Exchange, have a responsibility to the public to ensure safety to the best of their ability. So when it comes down to a company that has done, for instance, as you can kind of see, 2 reverse stock splits in the past, potentially now a third one coming right around the corner, they have a responsibility to kind of ensure the public is safe. So that way it's not a continuous repeat offender and going down a 4th and 5th and whatever else. So they want to ensure that the company stays above, for instance, $1 longer, right? The riskier, the higher the number, the ratio, I mean. So this is why, like I've said time and time again, maybe best case scenario might be 15, but most likely it is going to be 20. So yeah, that's just my opinion. You guys, if you guys want to believe in 10, I really don't care. But when it comes down to what I'm going to bring up next, it kind of shows sentiment, and it could potentially show if the company is smart or not, because it's one thing that from the investor community day that came out recently, 𝗪𝗧𝗧 did say 10 days or no more than, or something like 10 days. So hopefully Faraday is not playing, I don't know, hopefully they're not hedging with 10 days and assuming it's 10 days, because it could end up very, very negative for them. Because as you can kind of see right here, some things to note is they need to get above, trade above $1 for 20 consecutive trading days, in my opinion, before August 31st. So this is a good old calendar, so August 31st. So this is where, if you do believe in 10 days, so if you're under that camp, whatever floats your boat, so you basically need to have it trading above by the 19th. So that means you need to have the reverse stock split 19th and over, right? So that means 10 consecutive trading days. If you believe in what I've been saying, which again, I've been for the most part pretty right, then you do need to have it effective on the 5th. So what does that mean? That means Faraday is going to have it effective after hours on Friday. So this is kind of my writing after hours. So after hours on Friday. So effective kicking off on Monday. So yes, this is why it'll give sufficient amount of time for brokers. So in my opinion, Thursday, whether it be after hours, if not early Friday, because they don't really have to give any notice. NASDAQ did change that. So they can actually put out news Friday, but I think it's a little bit more advantageous to do it Thursday, that they're going to do the reverse stock split effective close of business day, August the 2nd. And so that does mean that it will be starting on the 5th. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is where in reality we'll be finding out probably either later today, if not early tomorrow, that the reverse stock split is going to be kicked off. We'll also find out the ratio. And so we do know that it was approved anywhere from a 1:2 to 1:40. A lot of people, once again, are kind of divided on what the ratio is going to be. In my opinion, it is going to be a 1:40. And the reasoning is, if we kind of scroll up here, you do have the excessive reverse stock splits. So all of this is NASDAQ's website. Just pop over there, has all the information. So I'm not making this crap up, for those of you that seem to think that and think that I'm a hedgy, which is kind of comical, but whatever, I really don't give a shit. So it does have a right here. So a company cannot do more than a ratio of 1 to 250 in a 2-year time span. Which again, when I said this, roughly before this whole even shareholder meeting was announced, people were calling me FUD for even bringing this up. But still, right here, given Faraday's history, they are sitting at a 1 for 240. So that means this is kind of their last straw, that they, whatever reverse stock split they're going to do, that's kind of it. So they might as well go the highest ratio just to kind of eliminate any likelihood of it going below $1, because Faraday even stated during that same video about on the investor community day that they need to stay on the NASDAQ for liquidity purposes, because if they got knocked down to OTC, well, I'll say goodbye to any liquidity, because nobody is going to be giving you any money in the form of any promissory notes or convertible notes, preferred shares, whatever. Like, nobody is going to pay attention. And one very good example of that is Fisker. So once again, comparing Fisker to where it is now and Faraday, the steps that they're going through. So in essence, they are going to do a 1 for 40, and that is going to be again announced, as you can kind of see right here. So it'll be announced for close of business day Friday, effective on the 5th. So that's hopefully answering your guys' question. You guys might think that I'm wrong, but we'll just have to, I guess, wait and see. So you guys always do your own due diligence. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone, especially if someone says ever the phrase, it's only a loss until you sell. Man, that gives me kind of a good laugh. Like when I see that on Reddit, some people were actually physically saying it's not a loss unless you sell. No offense, I get it. Some people might just like to diamond hand and crap like that. Under my channel and various channels, I like to educate and to try and make the best investors out there. The reason why I know all about this is because I've invested and been in this stage multiple different companies, and some of which I haven't invested in. I just covered it under many channels in the past. But yeah, like I know exactly about the 20-day rule. I know about the $1 bid price rule. I know exactly when Faraday is going to be submitting things and how they're going to be doing it. This is how I seem to be always right with Faraday. It's because I've kind of been through it. So yes, you guys can always doubt me all the hell you want, but so far, for the most part, I've been very accurate. So without further ado, I appreciate all you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. It has been extended up until the end of August. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So that is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.